Let me recapitulate briefly the 4 things that come through knowing the Father. Number 1, personal identity. You know who you are because you know who your Father is. You see, we have a fatherless generation around us. And they're never going to be satisfied until they have a Father. And it's our privilege to tell them there is a Father who loves them, who's waiting for them, who will not condemn them, who will not criticize them, who will not point out all their faults and failings. He's just waiting. And I have said to some people, I believe if we could get that across to this generation, many of them would run into their Father's arms. Yes. That's what they're longing for. But the only way we can communicate it is the way Jesus communicated it to his disciples. It's not by preaching. That can play a part. But it's by living as sons and daughters of God. Living in security. Not carrying some heavy load, but trusting Him whose burden is easy, whose burden is light and whose yoke is easy. And when people see people like that, they become interested. What makes you different? Why don't you have furrows in your brow? Why aren't you taking sedatives? I know the Father. He cares for me. He provides for me. Why don't you have all the financial worries that so many other people have? My Father cares for me. He feeds the sparrows and He feeds me. Now that's not always easy, but it's the goal. It's the solution. Secondly, as I've said before, you have a home in heaven. I'm just looking forward to getting home. I've been a long while on the way. More than 55 years. And I've got many precious brothers and sisters who are there ahead of me. I've got my first wife. I'm looking forward to meeting them again. Death doesn't frighten me. I have to be careful that I don't become almost ambitious. I say that carefully because I don't believe my job is finished. And my aim is to finish His work. Jesus said, my food is to do the Father's will and to finish His work. God made that very real to me, John 4:34. And I went around telling people I've got a new diet. And they said, what is it? My food is to do the Father's will, finish His work. So you have a home in heaven. I mean, heaven has become real to me. And there are some very sentimental songs that nobody sings today, but I rather like them. Sometimes I grow homesick for heaven, where all the redeemed of all ages sing glory around the white throne. It's corny, but I like it. I used to be very complicated, very intellectual, very profound. Now I'm very simple. I have a home in heaven. Hallelujah. I have a Father who loves me. Hallelujah. I have a Savior who's waiting for me. And I have wonderful brothers and sisters that are there ahead of me. I think I mentioned to someone one night about Ali, the Sudanese Muslim whom I led to the Lord. I trust by the grace of God he'll be there. And you say, thank you. I'm here because of you. Would there be anybody in heaven who'd say that to you? I thank you. I'm here because of you. It's a very meaningful consideration. The third result I spoke about is total security. I think we've dealt with that pretty thoroughly. You're in the Father's arms. You're held in the Father's hand. And no one can snatch you out of the Father's hand. There's no power in the universe that can do that. Jesus said, my Father is greater than all. We have the greatest Father, the most wonderful Father, a God who's a God above all gods, in whose hands are all the corners of the universe, who created the angels and the stars and is worshipped by millions and millions of glorious beings in heaven. And He's waiting for little things like you and me to turn up. Isn't that marvelous? And then, as I've said, and this has made a great difference in my life, it's provided me with motivation for service. I'm not out to build the biggest or be the greatest. I'm out to please my Father. There are lots of situations where there's not much you can do. You may be sitting in a doctor's waiting room and you're late and he's keeping you waiting and the magazines are pretty boring. And what are you going to do? Please my Father. By my attitude, by my meditation. There's never a situation in which that motivation does not apply, if we can cultivate it. So now, Julian, would you come back again? Where are you? With your wonderful team, I'm going to ask them to play, to sing, what is the song? Father Me. Now, I have told you clearly and plainly, I cannot reveal the Father to you. The only one who can do that is Jesus. But if you seek Him sincerely and humbly on the basis of His Word, I believe in His own way and time, He will reveal the Father to you. And I want to give you an opportunity tonight, as we are led in the singing of this beautiful psalm by Graham Kendrick. How many of you thank God for Graham Kendrick? I do. I think he's produced some of the great hymns of the English language. Meekness and Majesty, in my opinion, is one of the great hymns of the English language. So not all the great people are in the past. Some are still alive today. And others are still to come on the stage. Now, while we're singing this, at this point I'm dependent on others. I think I'm going to ask Yenka if he'll come up and stand with me. And my wife, would you come up, sweetheart? Give me a little strength and encouragement. If you responding to what I've been saying, as they sing, and they may sing it, 10 times. Who says there's a law you only to sing a song twice? I'm not saying how many times we'll sing. I'm not saying what will happen, because I don't know. But if you have that longing that's been stirred in your heart to know God as your Father, when we're singing, why don't you rise out of your seat, come forward, and I would suggest if you can find a place to kneel, you kneel.
Jesus.
And then you just tell the Father, Father, I want to know you. I thank you for Jesus. He's my Savior. He's changed my life. I know I belong to you, but Father, I want to know you. I'm on the way, but I want to come to the destination. And I guarantee you nothing. I don't know what will happen. But I have a sense that God is here tonight, and that there is a hunger in many hearts.
Yes, amen.
Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. If you are hungry and thirsty here tonight, you will be filled. So when they begin to sing, I think Ruth and I are going to step down. Yenka, you can stay here with the musicians, and we'll play it by ear after that. But I invite you, if you're hungry and thirsty for the knowledge of the Father, that as they begin to sing, You stand to your feet, and if you feel so led, move out and begin to cry out to God and worship Him.